Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Kidney Kronicles TV. On today's episode, as you see behind me, we're going to be doing fruit smoothies and shakes. The one thing that is crucial to anyone who is either on, as far as dialysis or has had a transplant, is that you keep a good healthy diet. And a good way to do that, of course, is through smoothies and shakes and things of that nature there. So join me, and also as far as my lovely wife, as far as Brittanee, for the first time you guys will see her live on camera. So join me along with her and join in for the smoothies, see how we make them, and hopefully add them to your diet plan. See you in a minute. Hey everybody, welcome back. So as I promised you guys before, you guys see my lovely wife, Brittanee. Hi. She is here with us today to show us how the smoothie blends work, the better fruits and vegetables to use, also as far as the better juices to use, also some apple cider vinegars and things like that. The one thing that her and I teamed up on whenever we, of course, got together as boyfriend and girlfriend, fiance, and now husband and wife, is when it came to fitness and also as far as diet. When it came to the gym part, that was kind of my job as far as the workouts and things of that nature there. But with her main job, of course, was the kitchen, from these certain foods that we would eat with fish and chicken and the way we cook them and things like that. But also with the smoothies, as you see here, with the recipes. This is like really her specialty, which is why I asked her to help us out with this video today. So without further ado from me, here's Brittanee.
And that doesn't mean that he doesn't cook. I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, I cook as well.
But as far as what we're going to do today, I have a few recipes. One includes spinach, and the other includes using kale leaves. And so, of course, being with someone that has had a transplant, yes, you have to make sure that there's certain foods that you use and certain foods that you stay away from. Normally, if I make a smoothie for myself, I like to throw in avocado, but that's high in potassium, which is something that he can't have. You know, banana I like to use for myself, but I can't use that for him because of high potassium. So we're going to get started today. Every time you come around, I've been having it so much.
All right, so as we stated before, like I said, my wife is in charge of the kitchen and all those duties that kind of come with it. As she begins to prep some of the stuff, which I'm gonna give her, of course, the mic here in a second, she can just kind of take this thing over. The one thing I want you guys to understand is the reason why, if you see me and I'm the size that I am, this is a good part of the reason why. When I first had surgery 15 and a half, almost 16 years ago, I was on a high dose of prednisone, the same way some of you guys are right now as well. And we all know what prednisone can do. With it being a pure steroid, it'll increase the appetite, which means you'll gain weight pretty fast. I had that same situation to where I ended up eating everything in sight and gained around 20, 25 pounds in about a month. So my doctor back then, he fussed at me and said, look, I need you to get your act together, otherwise we'll lose his kidney. Ever since then, I've been on more the right track. Now, please understand, I do eat, of course, you know, cheat meals, if you will, sometime, where we may eat pizza or we may get tacos, which everybody loves tacos right about now, you know, and things of that nature there. So yes, I do have fun sometime with food. But for the most part, with, of course, as far as my wife is concerned, I do try to keep it as healthy as possible because, of course, as we all know, if you have a transplant, and even if you don't, as far as your weight is an important factor, because if you're overweight, they won't want to transplant you. And if you're overweight and you have a transplant, of course, we all know with overweight comes high blood pressure, which means could be diabetes as well, which means as far as the kidney, you could lose it. And we don't want anyone to lose a kidney, and we don't want anyone to be told no because they have too much weight on them for a kidney. So again, like I said, guys, please keep that in mind. As my mother always told me, the more colorful your foods are, probably the healthier that they are. And as you see, we have a lot of colors that as Brittanee goes along with the making of the smoothies, you'll see. So here we go.
Well, to start, I'm gonna do the juice. I like to put the juice in there first just because that makes it a little bit smoother and mixes it faster to me. So because I normally make it for 2, I normally go about 4 cups. I'm not gonna do as much juice today just because it will be for 1. So I'm just gonna put that much in there. With this one, I also am using Greek yogurt, Chobani. I like Yoplait as well, but I decided to use Chobani today. So it's not, it doesn't have to be a specific Greek yogurt. It's just whatever your taste desires. So I just scoop that in here, and I do use the entire cup of Greek yogurt. And then normally I like to use apple cider vinegar as well, but I prefer the apple cider vinegar that has mother in it, but that is not what we are using today, but that is the better one, just to let you guys know.
And I hate apple cider vinegar, but it's kind of a necessity right about now.
It is. It does cleanse you, and it is really good, but I don't use a lot. I use about maybe 2 capsules of this, just because he does not like it too much, but that way it's hidden in flavor with everything else. So I'm going to start off with kale for this one. That is my favorite of the 2 with spinach and kale. So I just pour about a cup of that. I'm going to mix some strawberries and some blueberries in this one.
Look good, don't it?
And then we are going to go ahead and blend this. So again, it has Greek yogurt, kale, blueberries, strawberry, and the fruit juice that I have is, of course, you want to use cranberry juice majority of the time, especially because that's what is good to flush your kidneys. This one is a Welch's strawberry and raspberry. So I get the raspberry flavor in here as well, which is also a good fruit for anyone with a transplant to have as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and
All right, everybody. So hopefully for the first smoothie, for the blueberry/strawberry smoothie, hopefully you guys will take note of that. And also, as far as the description, as far as the recipe and how much we use of each one, it will be in the description of the video. So if you have any problems with trying to figure out what's what, it'll be there for you guys, okay? Now, as far as the second smoothie for today is actually one of my favorites, which is it's the blackberry lemon smoothie. As you see, the ingredients include, again, blackberries, lemons, carrots, and spinach. We have another Welch's juice as well too. This is the Welch's fruit punch. Again, as Brittanee said previously, the better juices normally to use are your ocean spray cranberries, or as far as cranberry juices in general, just because of the content that cranberry has when it helps to flush the kidneys, and also with just kidney health things too. Because unfortunately for people like us, with orange juice and certain things like that, as far as the citrus stuff, we can't have a lot of it. If we could, trust me, I'll be right there with you guys drinking it as well, but unfortunately we can't until some other solutions are probably found health-wise or whatever. But you know, now I'll give it back over to Brittanee for the second smoothie.
All right. Well, again, like he said, Welch's fruit punch is what I'm using. I'm just going to go ahead and pour that in there. Okay, about 2 cups. I like to add my carrots.
And believe it or not, the carrots, you really can't taste them like you think you would.
Not at all.
Because of the flavor of the lemon with the tartness, and then also with the blackberries with the sweetness. But also they're a little bit tart too. It kind of overshines the carrots. So believe me, the carrots aren't a bad thing.
And it's the same thing with the spinach. You won't really be able to taste the spinach because the spinach actually whips up a lot smoother than people would think. So it's actually a good additive as well. And of course the blackberries here. I'm gonna pour those in. Of course you can add yogurt to this as well, Greek yogurt preferred. But for this one I'm not doing that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it.
All right, everybody, this is our video for today. We really appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully with everything that we showed you guys with the smoothie recipes, hopefully you guys appreciate it and also take note of it. As we all know, if you have a kidney transplant or if you're waiting for a kidney, for the most part, you pretty much have some type of special diet. Certain things you can't eat, or certain things you can't eat a lot of, or certain drinks you can't have, or certain drinks you can't have a lot of. And the goal of these videos that we're bringing you guys is to show you better methods and better ways. At this point, a lot of us know a lot of this stuff by heart now because we've been dealing with this situation for a long time. But we even have a lot of newcomers who are still trying to learn as well too. And even for a lot of us who have been in this race and battle for a long time, we all can learn new things. So the point of these videos are to help you guys out as well as us too as we go along this journey together, with new transplants, with as far as groundbreaking news that we find out about as far as kidneys and things of that nature there. So hopefully these recipes work for you. And also don't forget, as far as the recipes will be in the video link for you guys to see and use for yourself. So you got anything else?
Well, I was just going to say thank you for having me. Of course, I love doing stuff with my husband. But hopefully you enjoy the flavors that are in the smoothies that we made today. And, please leave a comment if you have any additional smoothies that you like to make for yourself. But we'll probably be back with more smoothie recipes as we go along.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
So until next time, peace.